Hello, everyone. Welcome to Three Essential Questions, New Mexico's Business and Nonprofit Podcast. I am your host, Pam Myers. My wonderful co-host, Erica Yoakum, cannot join us today, so we're going to miss her, but look forward to seeing her next week. And our guest today is Bobbi Huber. Bobbi and her husband own legendary limousine service that services the Albuquerque and New Mexico area. So welcome, Bobbi. Thanks so much for joining today.
Hey, Pam. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Now you're talking to us from you're inside one of your vehicles, right?
I am. I am in the back seat because I never get to sit in the back. I'm always driving. So this time I was like, you know what? I'm going to splurge. I'm going to sit in the back seat. I'm going to
Yeah.
relax.
Oh,
Let you guys
wow.
kind of see what it looks like in here.
That's
Wait, let's see.
beautiful.
Turn it over here. Champagne bucket. I don't know what the sun is doing. So if there's a
Uh-huh.
glare, I
Yeah.
apologize.
It's just like glare, but you can still see. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Champagne glasses and
Yep. So,
little
yeah,
beverage
I am
center.
back here living the life of luxury.
Yeah. That's gorgeous. Now, how many vehicles do you have? Do you have one or do you have more than one?
We have one right now. That's the one that I'm
Mhm.
sitting in. It's a 1937 Cadillac,
Yeah.
four
Okay.
doors, suicide doors,
Mhm.
and very, very luxurious. The
Mhm.
mohair seats and upholstery, and as you can see, all the little perks that we added in there.
Yeah.
Um, and also the wood trim. I love the wood trim.
That's
Um,
beautiful.
but we are working on another vehicle. We do hope to have it
Mhm.
up within the next month or so, crossing fingers and toes, barring
Mhm.
no unseen things that pop up. You know how stuff happens.
Oh, right.
Um,
Yes. Best
but that
laid
one,
plans.
right? That one's going to be a 1946 six-door
Oh,
stretch
wow.
Cadillac.
Oh, wow.
Um, yeah, so that one can hold a little bit more people. This one can hold up to four passengers, three in the back and one in the front.
Mhm.
And the stretch, that one's going to be gray, and that one can hold up to seven passengers in the back and two up in the front with the driver.
Okay. All right. And now
Yeah.
this is a very luxurious, beautiful upscale vehicle. So your clientele are mostly used for weddings and special occasions and what do
Yep.
you do business? Do you ever do business trips? Or has anybody ever done that for a business?
Let me think. We have not had any businesses yet.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a great
but
idea, that one.
yeah, especially if you have someone coming in from out of town,
Right.
that you're trying to impress a
Mhm.
high-end client. Absolutely,
Right.
this is the way to go.
Hmm.
Um, we do a lot of weddings and birthdays, um, anniversaries. We do tons of
Hmm.
anniversaries and,
Hmm.
night out on the town. We've done a few of those and plays. People like to go see plays at Pope Joy
Oh
and
yeah.
have the car sitting out there waiting for them all nice and toasty and ready to go.
Oh, what a wonderful experience that would
Yeah.
be. How special. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so you're not going for the, graduation party crowd at all. This is more of an upscale wedding, nice
Right.
very nice events kinda thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
we're looking
Mhm,
for our clients are the people that appreciate
mhm.
this kind of a vehicle, this kind of luxury,
Right.
so they
Right, yeah.
can understand, this is like beyond luxury because this was a bygone era where everything was so glamorous, but then
Right.
it also has all of the conveniences of today. So we have like the air conditioning, we have, heat, the music. There wasn't a radio in the car when we got it. There also wasn't seat belts because those weren't required in 1937. So
Right, yeah. And now
yeah,
does your husband do all the work himself on your
he
vehicle?
does. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
He's a
wow.
pretty smart guy. Um,
Yeah.
and he is the most humble guy that I know. So, you ask
Mhm.
him, did you do this? Did you do that? And yeah, but it wasn't a big deal.
Ah,
You're like, no, it was a big deal.
right, right, yeah. You can tell from the detail, right?
Right.
Yeah, yeah, and putting
Yeah.
in an air conditioning system into a vintage elegant Cadillac, I would imagine, is not something you do in 10 minutes. It takes a little bit of planning.
Yeah, that actually took, um, in this car, I think it took 2 weeks to figure out, all of
Wow,
the air, because there's a system in the front and there's a system in the back, and
wow.
you have to make sure you have a radiator that's big enough to, cool do all of that cooling and everything. I don't know any of that stuff. I don't. I just don't.
Yeah, that's okay.
And
Right?
I feel
Yeah.
bad when clients get in the car and they wanna talk, they wanna talk car, and I'm like, "Okay, I can tell you certain things, and after that,
Mhm.
would you like to listen to something special?"
Right. Right.
Uh,
Right, yeah. And how long have you been doing this? When did you start the business?
we were actually up and running in June of 20, look at me counting backwards, my eyes are moving, 2023.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going on 2 years now, going strong. Um,
Congrats.
Loving the people in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho, and we have had a
Mhm.
few in Santa Fe.
Mhm.
Just really enjoying our time with the clients and getting to know them.
Right, right, yeah,
Mhm.
and, your website is, beautiful, by the way. I love how easy and clean, um, it is and how easy it is to navigate everything. You have your prices on your website. You can even make reservations on your website. Is that true? I see a reservation tab. Wow, that's
Yep, yep,
super
you can.
convenient for people.
Yep, yep,
Mhm.
you can go in there and request it, the quote, and then I send you the quote over. Um, you approve it, and then you make the payment. You're locked in.
Mm,
Um,
mhm,
we double check with you, before the booking, the week of. We check with you 2 days before your booking, just to make sure there isn't any
mhm.
changes and everything
Right.
is going exactly as you had planned. And if not, you know what? Stuff happens and we
Mhm.
understand that. So we modify our schedule as much as we possibly can to accommodate our clients.
Oh,
So,
very nice. Okay.
yeah.
And do you have a minimum on? Is there a minimum for a rental, or how does that work
That is a
with your
great
company?
question, Pam. Kurt and I were just talking about that at the wedding expo this weekend. A lot
Okay.
of the limousine companies, they have multiple hour minimums. With us, it's 1 hour.
Oh,
It's
wow.
just
Yeah.
1 hour. You can book it as long as you want, but the
Mhm.
minimum is 1 hour. Um, and there's not any extra charge for any mileage. It's just the flat
Mhm.
rate plus the tax wherever
Mm.
you're starting from.
Okay.
And we
Yeah.
customize trips as much as the clients want us to.
What does
So
that mean? You customize a trip as much as what help
so
us
I've had some
understand.
really great experiences. This one actually made me cry.
Oh.
Not even kidding. Um, this beautiful couple, they were just the cutest couple I think I've probably ever seen. And um, he wanted to surprise her. And so he set it up ahead of time. He was like, Bobby, I know that the putt putt down on San Mateo is closed, but that's where we had our first date. He goes, pick us up after the wedding and take us to the reception, but stop there. And he had the photographer there so that they could
Oh,
get pictures there. And I'm not even kidding. I was tearing up because it was just so sweet and so special.
yeah. Yeah, how
So,
romantic.
yeah. And even if we don't have a photographer, we can still stop. I am not a photographer, but I'll take pictures. You go online and research different poses and
Mhm.
practice, and I will take a picture. I will snap it, guaranteed.
Wow, yeah. And I mean, iPhones can take a pretty good or most phones nowadays can take a pretty pretty darn good picture, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
They do.
And your limos come with a driver,
Right.
correct?
And
Yes.
it's just Kurt and myself,
Mhm.
that own the company and work it. So that's another
Mhm.
way that you can customize a trip. Sometimes we have some people that might feel a little bit more comfortable with me driving because I'm a little bit shorter, probably not as intimidating for some people, right? And so I've had
Uh-huh.
people they think that's a great thing to have a woman driver. And then
Mhm.
there's other people that want to have a male driver. So then
Mhm.
Kurt takes a drive. It's just another thing that you can totally build it so that it's your own special experience.
Wow, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that is very cool. And are there, and I'm looking at this picture here, your husband looks so professional in like a black suit and a cap, a driver's cap.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, very
Yep.
cool. Is that how he or you both dress when you're
Right.
driving?
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're all,
Mhm.
we're wearing our suits and
Mm, mhm.
I have some clothes that, give off a vintage vibe and
Oh, yeah.
um
Mhm.
sometimes if it's cold, I'll wear the coat with the pillbox hat. And, it just
Oh,
depends
yeah.
on what the weather is. But yeah,
Right,
with
right.
that, with
Yeah.
the old music that we have a curated soundtrack, so we get
Oh,
that
great.
going, and then the uniforms, and it's just a whole vibe.
Oh, I love that. So the music matches the age
Hmm.
of the vehicle. Yes.
Yep.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah. Are there areas that you don't suppose somebody wanted to like be picked up the airport and go to Los Lunas or something? Do you do that, or you strictly stay within? You try and stay within Bernalillo County, Sandoval County, Santa
Right.
Fe.
We do have licensure to go into the airport, so we can pick people up, arriving, or we can drop them off there. We, um,
Okay.
have done all of that paperwork. But we do service only Bernalillo, Sandoval, and Santa Fe counties.
Got
And
it.
it's not that we don't
Okay.
love the rest of the state, but
Mhm.
that's where we're licensed for. And if they catch us
Mm.
practicing, our providing our services out of that area, we would lose our license.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. I did not realize that they license you. Is that under the specific business license that you have then?
Right. That's through
That
the
has
the
business in it?
Public Regulatory Commission in
Okay.
Santa Fe. So, you have to every limousine company has to jump through a million hoops and car inspections and physicals and there's a lot that goes into it. It took me probably about 2 or 3 months to get everything that they needed. um,
Wow.
yeah, so it's very, very involved. And any company that's licensed through there, because it's part of the state regulatory, you
Mhm.
don't ever want to do anything that could compromise your licensure.
Right. I would imagine not. No.
Mm.
Um, and how where does most of your business come from at this point? You're 2 years 2
2 years
years in,
in.
or 2 years in,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, going about two
Mhm.
years.
Mhm.
Um, we do a lot of word of mouth, and people just see the car driving by.
Mhm.
So then they see the car, and then they start doing some research. We get a lot of people from Google,
Huh? Yep.
and we do a lot of the wedding expos.
Mhm.
Um, but mostly it's a lot of word of mouth, and people just seeing us and saying, "This was so amazing, you got to try it."
Yeah. Yeah. And now are there you serve beverages. I saw the champagne glasses in the back. Does that come with, or is that something that people say they want to, you know, treat a special client or for a wedding? Then how does that work as far as I
Um,
imagine you only do clear bev
Yeah,
very sweet.
you're
Yeah,
you're spot on the nose on that one, because we
mhm,
don't wanna ever do anything to possibly damage the upholstery, um,
right.
but, we do provide chilled, water, bottles of,
Mhm,
like, artisan water,
mhm,
with every reservation.
mhm.
We do provide, or if they don't want water, we have, like, the bottles of juice, like the apple juice or something like
Okay,
that.
yeah. Mhm,
So
okay,
that's available for every reservation. If people wanna bring their own alcohol in, they're welcome to do that, but it does have to be clear.
okay. Mhm,
And
mhm.
we do provide a bottle of champagne for bookings that are 3 hours or longer in addition to
Okay,
water. Yeah,
okay, alright.
yeah,
But if
and
a
it's just a
couple
like, a
wanted
little just a little thank you, just a little
yeah,
something
yeah,
extra
very nice.
special. Yeah.
Very, very nice. Right, yeah, very nice. Very nice. Is there anything you would like to add that we have not talked about? I mean, your vehicle's beautiful and
Thank you. Um,
no.
um,
How was it? I have a question. How was it when you like, how did you come to start the business?
because Kurt loves cars.
Mhm,
Loves cars. And so, we both have day jobs, but,
mhm,
he, wanted to do something with cars with his passion, you know?
mhm.
And so with the, with my history I'm so sorry. With my history in hospitality and tourism, it kinda made sense, we were kinda driving around and you see an old car, and I think I said to him, "Man, I'd like to ride in that car."
Yeah,
And then it kinda just went from there, like, "Oh, well, if I wanna ride in that car, then I bet you someone else does, and I bet you, that could be a business." And
right.
so we just kinda, like, do the Wonder Twins activate thing, where we use our superpowers together to make an awesome team. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So I
wonderful.
guess
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I guess one other thing is that, I could mention is that right now we are running a special, because
Mhm.
we just had the wedding expo on Sunday, just a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So we're doing 10% off of your first booking,
Mhm.
with us. And so if they use the promo code SPRING25,
Oh,
whenever you're going in
mhm.
there requesting that quote, put it in the promo
Yeah.
section, and
Yep.
I'll make sure to give the 10% off of that.
Okay, so spring 25.
Spring 25.
Yes, awesome. And if you are, guys, you need to check out this website, legendarylimoservice.com. If you have a special occasion coming up or you know someone, share it. It is a beautiful vehicle. It looks like such a luxurious, fun time
Thank
to
you.
experience. And yeah, so spring 25 is the discount code. Check it out for your next occasion. And thank you, Bobby, so much for coming on the podcast. We appreciate you sharing the information.
Thanks. It was a lot of fun. I didn't feel
Good,
pressured at
good.
it at all. So that was great.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, we like no pressure. Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Have a great
All
day.
right. Great. Thank you.